My name is Pavel Rodl. I work on the business development team, and I was hired back in August 2019 as the first member of the BD team here. So I'm actually childhood friends with our CEO, Matthew Gould. So we grew up together. We played soccer together when we were 6-7 years old. I could see his house from my deck. There was like a creek in between us. So good friends with him. I am also friends with some of our other co-founders. We all worked at a previous company, Talkable, together. Matt at the time, our CEO, he was our head of operations. Our head of BD now was our CEO. We have the same CTO. We have the same kind of, head of front-end engineering. I was the head of sales. Now I'm doing BD. So we're kind of, we like working together. So I was a natural fit for me to, and I also I've always had an interest in crypto. So this is a cool opportunity for me to combine my desire to work with friends with an exciting crypto project. Back in 2013, Matt, our CEO, noticed that the prices for Bitcoin on the American exchanges was different than the prices on some of the exchanges that were accessible outside of America. And so he wanted to set up like this arbitrage thing where he would like buy crypto like Bitcoin in the US, send it to me, and then I would sell it in Europe. So he sent me like 0.1 Bitcoin on Mt. Gox back in 2013. It ended up, being lost, and everyone else lost their money as well with Mt. Gox. So I lost my 0.1. But yeah, I guess that was the first time I really heard about it, and it piqued my interest for sure. I lived in this hacker house in San Francisco called 20 Mission. And so this is like a lot of like the earliest crypto people, lived in that house. I think Vitalik Buterin used to give talks there. So there was just a lot of crypto chatter, from day one when I moved to San Francisco. That was in 2014. I was basically inundated with it. So it was more about finding things to talk about other than crypto rather than, seeking out crypto conversations. We're still early, but it's basically a decentralized digital identifier that you could attach almost any type of information to. So right now we're primarily championing the use case of cryptocurrency transfers and being able to host and search decentralized peer-to-peer websites that are self-custody. But people could be attaching credit card information to these domains, bank wire information. We launched a peer-to-peer chat where the domain acts as like the digital identifier. You could attach all kinds of information, your online browsing history, all kinds of stuff. And, whatever application it could be a single sign-on, whatever application you're interacting with would be doing lookup on the blockchain using your domain and then pulling whatever kind of information you have stored to it. So, the applications are extremely broad. We're just scratching the surface right now. I think for me, it's been largely like political and just, social dynamics. I never really thought of myself as like a super politically motivated person or as like a libertarian. But, the more I kind of like read about it and think about it, the more I see the virtues of, potentially having there be a currency which is controlled by the people and not, controlled by governments. Governments having monetary control gives them a lot of power that maybe they don't need, or maybe it's not in the best interest of everyone for all of that to be squarely housed with the government. So thought more about that than about anything technical probably. The Unstoppable podcast is my only source of crypto information, or is the only source that anyone needs. So it's a one-stop shop, and everyone should be following closely.